Hi everybody, Robert Dyer, and welcome to the Robert Dyer channel, where tonight I have a limited edition product that I'm pretty excited about. This is the Cheetos Mexican Street Corn. Holy smokers. Well, let's take a look at the packaging here. Here you have, of course, Chester Cheetah himself. He's gone south of the border. He's holding this big lime wedge. Looks like it's got a little bit of spice on the end of it. And then he's also holding elote on a stick there. The ear of corn with all the, I don't know if you want to call them toppings that are on there. And then it says tangy, spicy, cheesy. And you've got these border decorations here. And then here on the back it says all the elote flavors. And it goes down the same three again. When I first saw this, I was actually reminded of a railroad video that I bought, I think when I was in high school or college, about railroads in Mexico. I believe it was filmed in the late 80s, and they would have these diesel locomotives that are meant to carry maybe 50 or 70 cars behind them, and instead they have them pulling maybe 2 or 3, so you see them tearing around these mountain railroads at a much higher rate of speed than you'd ever see a freight train moving here in the United States. And on board one of these trains they had passengers, and somebody would go around. It wasn't a dining car, but just in a passenger car, a vendor would go around the car and sell elote. And also they showed these hard-boiled eggs, and they would sprinkle things out of containers onto them. It looked pretty good actually, but that's what this brings to mind. So the aroma, it's weird because you're getting the Cheetos corn aroma, but a very different powder on it. So you're not getting that classic orange cheese type of aroma. And what I like from seeing on this list of ingredients, as someone who loves cheese so much, all the kinds of cheese they got in here: Parmesan cheese, Romano cheese, cheddar cheese, Swiss cheese, and then cheese cultures, whatever that is, and also sour cream, garlic, onion. So these all sound like things I'd want. Let's go ahead and see how it tastes. It's a little more spicy than cheesy, I would say. The heat level seems to be mostly in the throat, and right now I don't think it got any higher than a 2 out of 10 on the Robert Dyer heat scale so far. That one was a little cheesier, but I have to say it's a little weird. I've never had a Cheetos that didn't have a thick orange cheese powder on it. And I'm tasting much more of the plain corn, which I guess is appropriate in this case because they're trying to approximate a corn product where you'd actually be holding an ear of corn. and eating it. Bob, I heard about this Mexican street corn. Stalks of corn growing out of the street. So I had to go down to old Mexico and find out for myself. I went Abajo de Baja, California, here at the Motel Uno in Mexico City. And I gotta tell you, I've searched the streets of the pueblos, of the playas, of the barrios, and of the ciudades. I found a Dodge Attitude hubcap. I found a Cutting Crew 1987 World Tour program, and even the tombstone of J. Alfred Prufrock. But I didn't find a single ear of Mexican street corn, so it's time for me to hit the Cantinas de Mexico and search for mamacitas. I've sprayed on a bit of that Spirit by Antonio Banderas. I got at CVS Pharmacy. I slipped on a white lab coat, and I'm trying all my classic lines. Soy médico, rico y guapo. Un beso por favor. Un beso por favor. ¿Qué me dices, baby? ¿Qué me dices, baby? Woo! Well, I have to give Frito-Lay credit for the spice blend on this. It's one you've never had before. It's not just one of those chips where you've got another variation on the same old nacho cheese or flamin' hot. This is actually a flavor you've never had before, and that's the kind of product I like to have. It said on the back it has all the elote flavors, and I agree that in relative terms from what you expect from a chip in a bag, that this does pretty much deliver that. There's certainly plenty of corn flavor, more than you've ever tasted in a Cheeto before. And there's a good zing of spice. And then you get, it's largely a sort of a garlic cheese flavor. I think the one thing they could improve is, while you have the great taste of the different cheeses, it really needed that level of coating that those tangy ranch Doritos I reviewed recently had, because it definitely, I think, didn't have enough cheese coating, but it has great cheese flavor. So for that reason, I'm going to go ahead and give this a pretty solid 4 stars out of 5. I would definitely buy this again. It did even have a little bit of lime flavor in it, so it's a pleasant surprise, and I think it'd be interesting to have more of these kind of street food flavors from around the world. Hope you like this video. Share it with your friends. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.